And so many people are never even take the time to sit down and to identify what their personal big idea is. Not like what person X, Y, or Z's big idea is so they can become a pale, weak imitation of those people. No, your big idea.
Hi, and welcome to the Innovative Mindset Podcast. I'm your host, Isolde Trachtenberg. On this show, you get my conversations with peak-performing thought leaders, creatives, and entrepreneurs. Every week, I bring you the latest scoop on what these incredible people do to succeed and how you can get their secrets and do it too. If you're enjoying the show, I'd be super grateful if you support the show on Patreon. You get some exclusive and fun bonuses. Go to patreon.com/innovative mindset and join in. And now, let's get on with the show. Hey there, and welcome to the Innovative Mindset Podcast. I'm your host, Isolde Trachtenberg, and I am so excited about today's guest. John Lee Dumas is the founder and host of the award-winning podcast, Entrepreneurs on Fire. With over 1 million monthly listens and 7 figures of annual revenue, John Lee Dumas is spreading entrepreneurial fire on a global scale. His first traditionally published book, The Common Path to Uncommon Success, is available for pre-order now at uncommonsuccessbook.com. John was really gracious and sat down with me to chat about the book and also how he maintains his zone of fire, integrity, and drive to keep succeeding and also being a person of value. And now let's get on with the show. John, thank you so much for being here. Welcome.
I am fired up to be here. It's really an honor. I love talking with exciting, energetic, good vibe people, and you fit all those categories.
Oh, you're fabulous. Thank you so much. So let's just jump right on in. What is different about the common path to uncommon success? What makes the process you outlined so effective?
So it is different. It's really different. And we'll get into the process in a little bit here. But this book is different because, listen, inspiration, motivation, those things are important. Inspiring journeys, motivating journeys and stories, they're important. But to be frank and to be a little brutally honest, they're a dime a dozen. Everybody's got one. It's just reality. We all have one. What I wanted to do differently in this book was not just have inspiration and motivation, which 99% of business books are, because guess what? After a couple of days, that just kind of rubs off a little bit. Like we've all been to that conference that's rocked our world. It's been awesome. We've come back. We're like, yes, we're going to lose 50 pounds. We're going to start a business to make $1 million. We're going to do X, Y, and Z. Like we've all been there. And then what happens? Life happens. This book is different because it is no fluff. It is 100% strategic facts, strategic processes, tactical advice, step by step by step. Because basically what's happened is this. I've interviewed over the past decade 3,000 successful entrepreneurs, and I've been able to learn from those 3,000 successful entrepreneurs what they have in common. I boiled it down into what turned out to be 17 core foundational principles that all successful entrepreneurs share. I put it into a chronological order, step-by-step roadmap. And looking down, I said, hey, this is a 17-step roadmap to financial freedom and fulfillment. That's what this book is. The Common Path to Uncommon Success. I didn't call it the complicated path to uncommon success. I didn't call it the secret or hidden path. I called it the common path because it is a common path. It's not an easy path, but it's a common one, and it's right here for you.
Awesome. That is fantastic. So, all right, 17 steps. People are supposed to go in order, it sounds like, but which one of these is going to be the most revolutionary, the most life-altering to someone who goes through the process outlined in the book?
Well, listen, you did say some key words there, which is goes through the process, because this is a process. This is a roadmap. You have to start at step 1, chapter 1, and you have to go through to step 17, chapter 17. But I will tell you, the beast of the step in these 17 steps is step 7. Creating a content production plan. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but your content production plan likely sucks. Like, honestly, it really does.
Possible.
Guess what? Mine, well, I'm not saying directly you. I'm more talking to like everybody that's listening. So I'm probably offending a lot of people, but that's the point. I'm not trying to be nice here. I'm trying to be honest. Because listen, my content production plan used to suck. It really did. It was terrible. Of course it was. I didn't know what I was doing. Over a decade, I figured it out. I got a little bit better over 10 years of doing this. And guess what? That was quite an amazing process. And now my content production plan is fantastic. It's allowed me to produce over 3,000 episodes, be a guest on thousands of other episodes, create courses, books, programs, services, all these different things, all because I believe in my content production plan, and it's amazing. And so it's 13,500 words. That could be a business book in and of itself. This whole book's 71,000, and just chapter 7 is 13,500 words. So after you read that chapter, your head will pop off. So go grab it, put it back on, and say, whoa, that's a lot. And then for the first time in your life, you're going to be able to sit down and create an amazing content production plan for yourself. And it's going to change everything.
So in that it's going to change everything, awesome. What are the expectations people should be walking in with? And what do you think the results will be by the time they're done?
Your expectations walking in should be like, listen, there's a reason why I don't currently have uncommon success. There's a reason why I don't currently have financial freedom and fulfillment. It's because you're not doing the very common practices that the 3,000 plus entrepreneurs that I've been able to interview over the years have been doing, like that I've extracted from them, that I'm now gifting to you. So your expectations should be, listen, I'm going to just stop assuming that like things that I'm doing are right. I'm just going to go in and saying, hey, I've been doing some things that have been right. I've been doing some things incredibly well, but I've been doing some things that have been wrong. I've been doing some things incredibly poorly. Let me just go through this process step by step by step. Fix what's wrong. Keep doing what's right. Maybe make some pivots and adjustments and tweaks to things you're kind of doing right that now you can really be doing right. And just know that every step of the way, you are creating an incredible foundation that's going to give you that financial freedom and fulfillment that you want. This book is not the common path to millions of dollars. It will turn out that way for some people, but that's not financial freedom. Like financial freedom can be making $50,000, living below your means in a place that you love, and doing what you want to do every single day. So you're actually fulfilled. Like that can be a very awesome version of uncommon success that I want you to realize is there for you. So this book is going to maybe shatter some of your misconstrued beliefs that you've had in the past and make you realize that you've really been a ship without a rudder for a really long time.
You said that the last time I heard you speak, being rudderless, and you mentioned that you had been rudderless when you left the military and that you shifted and you focused differently.
Big time.
And I'm very curious about that time and space between the spark of an idea and then when you verbalize it to yourself, and then what happens to you in that instant, because something happened to you specifically when you went, that's it, I'm grabbing it and I'm doing it. And you made a lot of mistakes, but what happened in that moment when you made the decision that change had to happen?
So I got out of the military. I was 26 years old. I immediately went into what I call my 6 years of struggle, because they were 6 long years of struggle. From 26 to 32, I tried a ton of stuff. I tried law school. I quit. I tried corporate finance, commercial real estate, residential real estate. Nothing was working for me. I mean, nothing. That was 6 years. That wasn't 6 days, 6 months. This was 6 years of struggle. And then at 32 years old, that moment happened that you're talking about. It was a quote by Albert Einstein that literally reached off the page and slapped me in the face, which I literally needed. And the quote said, try not to become a person of success, but rather a person of value. And I looked at that quote and I said, holy crap, this guy's a genius. He's brilliant. And I've been doing it completely the opposite of what his recommendation is. I've just been chasing success and I've been doing nothing that's been of value. And I just committed that day to becoming a person of value. And I didn't know exactly what that was going to look like. And to answer your kind of direct question, it's about 3 months of committing, saying, hey, the next thing I do, it's going to be a thing of value. It's going to be something that's going to allow me to become a person of value for, frankly, one of the first times in my life. And that planted the seed that developed into Entrepreneurs on Fire, the first daily podcast ever interviewing entrepreneurs. And it came about, again, 3 months into that revelation. And I haven't looked back since.
Oh, that's so wonderful and inspirational. And here's the thing. You've interviewed all these people. You've gotten their sort of secrets of their success, and then you distilled it into this book. But you also talk about having your own zone of fire. And to me, that zone, that place of creativity and innovation comes from somewhere. When something like that happens to you, when you go, aha, I know what I'm going to do next, and you've never looked back. How did you develop that ability to listen to it and the courage to act on it?
I know that we're on this earth for a brief moment in time. And so many people are going to die never even having identified their big idea. Everybody right now that's hearing my voice, everybody in this world has a big idea. And so many people are never even take the time to sit down and to identify what their personal big idea is. Not like what person X, Y, or Z's big idea is so they can become a pale, weak imitation of those people. No, your big idea. Because when you do that, when you sit down and identify your big idea, you're going to wake up every day in your zone of fire, excited, enthusiastic, giving value to the world because it's your zone of fire. And that's what we need more of. We need more people that are waking excited every day to live in their zone of fire. And we need less people who are waking every day miserable about what the next 12 hours, are for them. A miserable commute, a miserable job, unhappy, and surrounding themselves with all the wrong people, the Debbie Downers, the Debbie Doolittles. Like that's what we don't need more of. We need more people that are out to live in their zone of fire and change the world from their little place, that they can actually make that massive impact and grow and expand and just continue to have that ripple effect. So that's exactly what step one of this process is. This is a 17-step process. Step one, chapter one, identify your big idea. You need to do it.
There you go. All right. Well, I know we're wrapping up and I want to talk to you. I want to ask you a question that I ask everybody who comes on the show. It's a silly question, but I find that it yields some poignant answers. Here it is. If you had an airplane that could skywrite anything for the whole world to see, what would you say?
Freedom.
There you go.
That's all I would say, because it would be an aspirational word that would be in the air to know that it's possible. Because at the end of the day, you want freedom. When you boil it down 6 layers, you just want that word freedom. Because what is freedom exactly? It means you can wake up in the morning and do what you want, where you want to do it, with whom you want to do it with. When you have those 3 things, you have freedom. And that's what we crave as human beings. We don't necessarily crave $50 million in the bank. Like believe me, it's like you can't even process that per se. It's like a lot of money, but like, that's not what you crave. You crave being able to do what you want to do, where you want to do it, with whom you want to do it with. That's freedom. That's going to give you financial freedom and fulfillment. That's the combo.
Awesome. Thank you so much, John. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you being here. And also, I'm really looking forward to the book. It comes out very soon, like tomorrow.
Wow. This is being released. Wow. Listen, this is urgent. This is urgent. You guys know, because I have 5 bonuses that I am giving for every single pre-order. But guess what? They disappear on March 23rd. So maybe you'll be able to bump it back a couple of days to give your listeners a little bit of a chance, because these bonuses are only pre-order bonuses. They disappear on March 23rd. They are amazing. I'm shipping all 3 of my journals to your doorstep with 1 single pre-order. There's 4 other insane bonuses. All you need to do is visit uncommonsuccessbook.com. You can see the endorsements from Seth Godin, Gary Vaynerchuk, Neil Patel, Eric Mandy, Dory Clark. I give you a chapter for free. There's a video there of me jumping in the pool with my clothes on, and then getting to explain the whole details behind the book. It's a whole awesome, amazing page right there. uncommonsuccessbook.com. Pre-order from there. You can get all 5 bonuses. They all disappear March 23rd.
All right. This comes out March 22nd, so you'll have a day. You'll have a day.
12 hours.
Yeah, they're going to have to get on the job. They're going to have to get right on that. Thank you so much for joining me, John. This is Isolde Trachtenberg for the Innovative Mindset Podcast, reminding you to stay on fire, listen, learn, laugh, and love a whole lot. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. Please subscribe to the podcast if you're new. And if you like what you're hearing, please review it and rate it and let other people know. And if you'd like to be a sponsor of the show, I'd love to meet you on patreon.com/innovative mindset. I also have lots of exclusive goodies to share just with the show's supporters there. Today's episode was produced by Isolde Trachtenberg and is copyright 2021. As always, please remember this is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Past performance does not guarantee future results, although we can always hope. Until next time, keep living in your innovative mindset.